We come to the second tool in the series. The tool we are referring to is for healing the split. There are three situations of split which are most commonly encountered in psychoanalytic psychotherapy. The first situation is most common. The split is open and we want to close it, which is the most common problem encountered mostly in the Kleinian approach to psychotherapy, but even otherwise. So first is the split is open and we want to close it because the open split is causing problems for the patient. Second situation of the split is exactly the opposite. The split just does not open. And this would be new or unsettling for many who have not gone deep enough into Kleinian world. Often people believe the only problem is the split open and we have to close it. However, what people forget is nature does not open the split in early childhood for nothing. There is a deep-seated purpose for it. So nature opens up the split for a purpose, and then the split has to be closed again for a purpose. Both are done by nature. If the split wide open exists and the person is not able to close it, obviously the person will suffer problems. However, if the split has never opened in the first place adequately enough, then also the person faces problems. If the split is open, then you alternately experience ecstasy and terror in all their shades. If the split has never opened in the first place, you experience confusion because you can't make out, you can't separate the good from the evil. And the third is, if the split opens and closes very rapidly and this keeps happening, you get into perplexity. So there is a difference between confusion and perplexity. In all the three situations, therapist needs tools for intervention, and we will discuss those interventions in this episode. In the first case of the split being open, the person not being able to close it, alternately the person experiences very good states and very bad states, shades of ecstasy and states of terror, alternative. The intervention here is about a person X. Last week you said he was like ABC, and today you say he is like DEF. How do you put the two together? So you can come to a integrated considered opinion. This is the intervention for closing the split. You said ABC about X last week. Today you say DEF about the same person. How do you put the two together? And if you do, what integrated and stable position you come to about person X. Second situation, the person is confused. The split has just not opened. The person is living with somebody who torments him. It can be a husband, it can be a father, it can be a son, it can be a boss, it can be a friend. But the person is close to somebody, entangled with somebody who hurts him in different ways, but the person is not able to see clearly the phenomena. Denial is at work and reaction formation is at work, and defensive action to exaggerate the goodness of the person and minimize the badness of the person also is at work. So how do you intervene in this situation? The intervention can be, you said X does A, B, C to you, and all of them hurt you. So would it be correct to say that he is an evil? Or would it be correct to say that he is hurting you and you are the victim? He is the tyrant and you are the victim. Or he is the aggressor and you are the victim. Or he is the attacker and you are the victim. The person will deny and you will have to do it 2 or 3 times to help the person overcome the defenses and finally accept the evil as evil and open the split which has never fully opened up adequately. It is necessary for us to understand that the split has to adequately open up before it is closed. Usually we deal only with the closing problem, not with the opening problem, because fewer people have opening problems. But there are societies where this opening problem is very clear. In India, the Hindu society has this problem, the split opening problem. And therefore, we don't have a clear idea and clear focus about our enemies. In Hindi, we call it Shatru Bodh, that Shatru Bodh or the discernment of enemy. The focus on the enemy is completely absent. So we can have individuals, we can have large groups in societies where the split has adequately never opened up and therefore the person is confused or can't make out clearly the reality as it is. And therefore reality acceptance, subsequent mourning, and then recreating the life after distancing oneself from the hurt giver, that never happens and healing is delayed and the person remains entangled with the aggressor. Situation 3 of the split opens and closes very fast and therefore the person is perplexed. He thinks X is good and after some time he thinks X is bad. The projections are alternating. The split is opening and closing. So the intervention can be, you say X is hurting you and then you say X is benevolent to you. You say X is good and then you say X is bad. You say you want X and then you say you don't want X. If you put all of this together and arrive at a stable integrated opinion, what would it be instead of having a fluctuating opinion every few minutes? Or after this, if the person says, I don't know why I do it, can we go into what would be at play that doesn't allow you to have a stable opinion about this person and is powering this movement from one extreme to another about this person, which results in perplexity that you complain of? Can we see what is the deep-seated movement below this perplexity, so we can heal this perplexity. This will require deep-seated Kleinian work before the perplexity is overcome. For self-work in such a situation, relaxation and meditative practices for stable thinking or maintaining a stable state in the mind, they are very helpful. Thank you. Use these tools and let me know how it turns out.